Yep.
All right, sir. At this time, you are being placed under arrest for OWI, operating a motor vehicle under the influence, okay?
Yes, sir.
So, at this time, will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your breath?
No.
Okay. It's at 12:40. Alright, so Jack, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply for a warrant, search warrant for your blood, okay?
Yes, sir. Can we just take a leak, man? Can we? What the fuck?
I don't have anywhere to take you here right now, man. I'm waiting to hear back from the judge still, okay?
Alright. Please. Can we go somewhere and take a leak?
Yes, sir. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video of the Per Sources podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. This video, we're going to be reacting to former defensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, Jack Del Rio, being arrested for OWI, that is operation of a motor vehicle while under the influence or intoxicated. Man, oh man. Things have not been pretty for Jack Del Rio ever since being fired from the Washington Commanders as their defensive coordinator. As you all know, Jack Del Rio was the defensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders ever since from the beginning of the Ron Rivera era. That is since 2020, and I just wanted to make this video to touch base about some of the former people who were leaders in the locker room of the Washington Commanders, and it kind of gives you an insight as to why things went down the way they went. I mean, why did things go downhill so much? Obviously, it's not all Jack Del Rio's fault, but he definitely had a role to play in the downfall of the Washington Commanders during the Ron Rivera era, as he was in charge of the defensive side of the football. In all fairness, in his first season, that COVID year when there were no fans, when it was a Washington football team, Jack Del Rio actually did a really good job as a defensive coordinator. We were in the top 10 defense that year. That's the year that we beat the undefeated Steelers. That's a great video. I think it's on YouTube somewhere. If y'all want to watch it, maybe I'll link it down in the description so y'all can. The full game is on YouTube. But he was the leader as far as coaching of that defensive side. Ron Rivera kind of oversaw things, but he was not really involved in the play calling or schematics of things. It was really all Jack Del Rio. And Jack Del Rio was really known for his proficiency and excellence on defense, but that reputation definitely took a hit after his tenure with the Washington Commanders. Now, we all know that in his last 2 seasons, the Washington Commanders really struggled on defense. To be honest, they sucked. They sucked ass. It was one of the worst defensive, teams that I've ever seen as a Redskins / Commanders fan. I would say the last season, which was not this Jack Del Rio's last season, which is also Ron Rivera's last season, which is last season, 2023. A lot of last in that, but Ron Rivera let Jack Del Rio go. He fired him after that blowout loss against the Cowboys. I think we lost 45-10 in Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving. It national televised game. It was an embarrassing blowout loss. We could not stop a nosebleed. We could not stop the run. We could not stop the pass. Really, the Cowboys had their way with us, and it was embarrassing all around. And Jack Del Rio had so many consecutive games where he just was not able to put a functional game plan together to at least try to stall the other team. Another reason that I think, just observing from as a fan point of view as to why he deserved to get fired, I'm not sure if this was a reason why he got fired. It was the lack of motivation or spirit or just energy that he brought to the locker room. If you look at some of his last press conferences of that year of 2023, while he's interviewed every week, as all coordinators are, you could tell that he was just either fed up, did not want to be there, or just did not care. Either or, it all led to bad results. He did not motivate. He could not motivate a dead fly to do anything. He could not motivate a, he could not motivate a crackhead to run if his life depended on it. I mean, that's how bad of a motivator was. Yeah, it was all around just a horrible, horrible coaching year for Jack Del Rio. I mean, I recommend you all go and check out some of his press conferences. I think you will come away with the same point of view that I come with, is that this man either did not want to be there or just did not care, kind of saw the writing on the wall that Ron Rivera was going to be gone, and therefore he would be gone at the end of the year, and just could care less about getting the guys ready to play football. But real quick, guys, if you're, I'm trying to grow the channel, please subscribe. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe, give it a like. I'm a Commanders fan living in Texas. I'm trying to keep up with the Commanders, trying to make more videos. So please go through my content, go through the other videos, subscribe, like. So I'm gonna switch articles here as to talk about what led to just to kind of add to what I was talking about, what led to Jack Del Rio being fired. So Jack Del Rio, this was following the 45-10 Dallas loss, like I mentioned. This is kind of a quote from Ron Rivera. I'm not going to read that. I just did want to talk about the stats as they were left by Jack Del Rio on the defensive side. So in 2023, we allowed the most points in the NFL, giving up a NFL high 28 touchdowns at the time that Jack Del Rio was let go. In 12 games, that's 4,532 yards and 350 points. Yeah, we were trash. And I think Ron Rivera at that time did the right thing to let Jack Del Rio go. But I think it was kind of like a waste of a firing, just because we all knew that Ron Rivera was also going to be let go at the end of the season. So Jack Del Rio, after he was fired, he went on and took like a senior analysis position with the Wisconsin Badgers. And then obviously he has been let go by the University of Wisconsin as well after his arrest. So things are not looking up for Washington Commanders, former Washington Commanders defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio. But I think financially he is more than okay. I think he was still owed. I'm pretty sure he was still collecting a paycheck from the Commanders this season, as his contract was a 4-year contract. So it kind of ran with Ron Rivera. So since he was fired, I'm pretty sure he was collecting a paycheck of millions of dollars for this year. He was also a former head coach of the Oakland Raiders, at that time Oakland Raiders. And he had also had millions of dollars in owed contract money when he was fired as well from that job. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Jack Del Rio. My next video is going to be Eric Bieniemy. He was recently fired from UCLA, so keep a lookout for that.